Hello everyone. I'm glad to be back home finally. Back to playing some Two Dawns on Fox. Now, after I took a nice break from Go Congress, I ended up I've been playing some random games and I've just been playing really terribly. So my goal today is to play not terribly. So let's see how that goes. Starting from this week, since I also had some family over and like a bunch of stuff going on, I will now be doing more videos, more streaming, more of everything. So if you're interested in seeing more of what I'm doing or for supporting me, definitely head on over to my Patreon or check out my YouTube membership content. That will also be starting up again this week. As a matter of fact, I'll probably be recording it right after this video or maybe tomorrow morning. We'll find out what happens. Anyway, let's get into a game. All right, looks like I am black. We will see if they leave or not. They are not going to leave. And I'm going to play my opening. The opening that I played at Congress is what I like the most. This is sort of an interesting move. I think I'm just going to pincer, keep it very simple. And wow. I will just block. I was thinking of taking the outside, but I think in this case I want to block because this is going to be similar to if he jumped out first, right? That is usually pretty good for me. He jumped up again here. The only real weakness we have is with this singular stone, so I don't mind pulling this one back and doing a 2-space extension. I played further here because normally I have the knight's move, but if I had a choice, I would rather have a jump or even a 2-space here because with this formation, it's actually fairly safe. See if I connect here, you see that this stone is further away and definitely feels much better. Now, they didn't really make many points with this, and I was able to get a nice formation on both sides. I think in order to keep the game very simple, I'm actually going to go down to the third line on the top here. Gets rid of any weakness I have here. Now they're playing a very, very small move right now, which I don't really need to answer. So let's move over to the bottom here. Approaching the corner is definitely going to be bigger. I considered this move on the top as if I was protecting a weakness. If he decides to invade over here, he's invading in between my two strong groups in general. So I just want to attack from the weakest group. So we'll see if he decides to do that or not. Oh, he resigned. Okay, well. He was not ready for this game, apparently. It's move 21, though, so I did get the win. So let's move on to another game, I guess. All right, I'm black again. Let's see if they will stay. I just gotta stare at their name until they do something. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this one's a little different. I'm going to approach first. Enclosing or approaching is perfectly fine, but I want to focus on this corner area first. I think I will press down here. It's not actually as complicated when they do the tight pincer, because what's going to happen is he's going to get one side and I'm going to get the other, and I'm going to be happy with that. So I just Atari and do the tiger's mouth. And then he gets the top side. He can play any move here, and then I'll get the left side. Unless he doesn't want to. I guess that makes sense to some extent. If he really wants to make this a fight, we probably should fight. The first thing I'm going to do is strengthen my weaker side. Yep, just connect. Now we can still attack these 3 stones, so he needs one more move here. That's a little bit of a strange move, because I'm going to block from this side. I don't need to block the other way. This side hurts him more, so I'm happy with that. If I just connect and he captures this stone, this does feel somewhat questionable. But I think that'll be fine. I think I'm happy enough with that. Because he still sort of owes one more move on the outside here. And then we can go back and just capture his stone. Do we want to push once first? I don't think we need to push right now. I think this is more important. And if I just capture the stone directly, he's able to do this attachment. So I can do the diagonal in order to capture the stone instead. Oh, wow. He wants to save on the inside, which is a little bit weird. If I Hane, he can cross-cut and do some special thing. I could empty triangle, but I'm just going to extend out here. If he really wants to live in the corner, that is perfectly fine. I'm going to take the outside instead, which is probably better, honestly. Yep, just extend. I'm fine with that. Yep, extend, extend, extend. Oh, he's jumping. Okay. We do want to push in, because that sort of gets rid of some eye space. I'm fine with pushing some more. Because if I do a knight's move and he turns and cuts, it's a little bit awkward with my liberties, right? I am fine with pushing at least one more time here. Okay. We don't really need to worry about the cut anymore, because we can turn into sort of a ladder thing if we want to. Something we could do to make it very simple is just to do this tiger's mouth, so that these two stones have a harder time coming out towards the center. I think that's acceptable. He wants to sort of surround the corner. I think that's fine. I don't mind too much. I don't really want him to press this area down, so I will just extend. I don't mind. So I'm fine with just settling directly. I can attach here and pull back and then just take the corner or honey underneath. That move is a little bit interesting. I guess I can just survive in the corner. And I can cut here. So I don't want to Hane right now. I would rather get this Hane instead and just survive in the corner. Yeah, so as I said, I can cut here if I want to. Maybe clamp. I think it adds a little bit like unnecessary complication. So since I'm not going to cut, I will Hane here. And I want to push one time so the turn doesn't capture a stone. And yeah, I'm happy with just taking the corner as well. I got text messages. I don't need another move here. I could take it, but I don't really care too much. What I want to do now is I want this push. I already said I wanted this earlier, because if he's able to push up, it sort of reduces that center area. And now I'm not really relying on this as being a ton of points, but I can go and take the 3-3 now. Just take a corner. We got some points in the center. Should be an okay game overall. Oh, okay. I'm going to push one more time. I definitely don't mind Haneing here. And he did not defend this area, so I will threaten to come in. Extend here, because I'm threatening to come in. I'm not increasing my area. There's a difference there. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I'm still threatening to come in. So I don't mind turning now instead of connecting. And peeping at his shape. Extend here or jump down. This group is not necessarily alive yet. So I don't mind jumping down here. Okay. And definitely happy to Atari here. Very happy. Oh, he wants a Ko right away. I will definitely capture. Why not? I can always connect when I want to. Sure, I will connect that one. And it looks like we can at least do this throw in. If I capture, the corner is dead. Sure. I will answer that. And now, I could keep trying to fight this as a giant Ko. I'm just going to connect now. My group in the corner is safe and alive, and he owes another move. Oh, he did that one. Okay. This allows us to jump to the side to separate him and threaten his other group. We can also push here and turn, which is still threatening his other group, because he doesn't have two eyes yet. It looks like there might be enough space here, so I'm just going to let this go for now. And it looks like we can extend up here, giving us a little bit of strength and taking away the tiger's mouth, which is often a good eye for our opponent. And he does not care about the fact that his group is not alive. So what do we need to worry about? We do have a group that is not alive right now. So let's capture these 2 stones. There we go. Now we don't have anything to worry about. Our groups are perfectly safe. Now we can just separate. There's 2 weak groups here. And we attack one of them. Attack with the knight's move, right? And we want to surround a little bit here. So we can peep here. And peep here, which is still threatening to push and cut. Let us surround this left side here. He can probably live, I think. Because he can make at least 1 eye here and then push here and potentially make another eye. So yeah, if he does this really large one, he should be alive. There we go. And now we can go back and focus on this other group. Since we don't have any territory here, the ideal would be to surround from the other side to aim at some sort of invasion over on this side or a cut. So I think we want to try and surround like this. Prevent him from connecting. And push him towards the strength that we just made. Okay. He didn't need to do this push because I was going to answer anyway if he pushed this way. Usually you only want to push like this if you are going to cut. I can push and cut this stone, so I'm going to push this direction. He's probably going to be able to live here. But I want to try to restrict his eye space at least a little bit. So we're just surrounding him, making it nice and simple. Yep, just connect. And he is now surrounded, basically. We can do this breaking the bamboo shape here. And then connect our weakness. That he can live perfectly easily here. It's not going to be that big of a deal. Yep. Not exactly sure why he cut, because I'm just going to capture those 2 stones. It just makes it a little bit bigger for me. I'm not sure why he's doing that one. He has to make sure that he's alive right now. So, is he alive right now? If I push in here, there's not an eye. If I push over here, he has at least this eye here that he wants to protect. And it looks like he probably has 2 eyes. Let's just push again and just threaten him a little bit. So nothing that's too much. We could have tried to maybe go in and kill as best we could, but we just want to threaten it. We need to figure out a way to try to use this strength that we got over on this side somehow. If we wedge and connect and he connects, I can cut here and capture, and there's still a cut left behind. So we can start with that. If we use the score estimate, we'll be able to tell how much we need to make, and we probably don't need to make too much. So just connect. This is also making it really easy to come in very low here, but I want to see how he responds to this move. Okay, so he's going to let the cut happen. If I extend now, though, he is probably going to be blocking here. I wouldn't mind trying to invade first if I could. At the very least, I'm going to turn here. If he captures there, then we get rid of his potential territory stuff here. Okay, he did not want to capture. I kind of want to clamp first, because I'm going to treat this like end game for now. And he needs to go back. Oh, this is a little bit questionable. He needs to go back first, so he can't block me from connecting over here now. So when I connect here and he captures that, I can extend. There we go. Which means I can just connect here and we got some extra points. So we could have tried to be very aggressive, but we didn't have to. Here, there are some big moves. If I extend back, he can't jump anymore. Yeah, so this secures some of the territory up here. And the next thing I would want to do is I'd probably want to cut here, but I think coming down to this side is going to be more important. Yeah, he's going to protect that. But he has this Hane. I block, and he can go down, and these 3 stones get cut off. So we are going to protect it somehow. Let's just protect like this. I guess this is fine. Shouldn't really matter too much. Well, I want the Hane here. Okay. I just need to connect the bigger side. It's fine if he captures a stone. There we go. He defended over here, which is probably good. Now the next biggest area, now that I've defended these 3 stones, we probably want to... Looks like we can actually push here and peep just for fun. If he lets us capture this, this is more than big enough. And then we want to jump into this corner here. It's not a lot of points here for us, but it's also threatening white really nicely. So we can do this Atari. It looks like we can even throw in here, but for now, I'm just going to connect. There aren't really too many super large moves right now, so I think I am fine with just connecting here as well. He has some moves he should be getting here, the Hanes and stuff. This one. This move here is like a 2-point move, and if he Hanes and then later is able to capture, then it would be nice for him. Though I think he has this Hane and connected Sente over here, so I think I would want to probably prevent this one. So I'm going to Hane. Oh, he's going to do this one. We don't technically need to answer, so I'm not going to worry about it for now. And we'll look at another big move.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
We'll just Hane here, I guess. This should be fine. A bunch of 2-point moves everywhere. We will need to move here when he captures, so we'll just play it now. I don't mind too much. Yes, it can't block here to be a double Atari. We need to connect. Gotta be real careful here. If we connect here, and he pushes through here, he has this cut. Looks like we want to probably connect this direction. And when he cuts here, I'm able to do this Hane. But do we want to worry about that? No, I'm not going to worry too much about that. We are just going to protect here. Because if I do this Hane and then he's able to go here, and if he can cut here, it's a little annoying. So we'll just protect our 2 stones here. Okay. This is just a point or two. I'd rather have this move in, because this is a Sente move for him. And he could have wedged still, so I probably should have just connected this way instead, but I think I still have to connect. Like, it's just an annoying situation there, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. So now we have this Atari here. You can capture, but we gain some points here, and we always have this later on. And we can just play some more normal moves here. We can push in. And there's no special thing here, so I guess we can just like take a random move here in the center. Or push in here. Yeah, just random move should be fine. It's an interesting move there. Like I can just block here for free, so that's why the cut is somewhat questionable there. But it's not too big of a deal. And then let's turn here to get rid of any sort of Aji in the center of the board. There we go. I think I probably didn't have to worry about anything, but just simplify stuff. We're almost all the way at the end here, so we'll just finish up this small end game here. I had to double check if I had to worry about anything like this. Which one's bigger? I guess this capture is bigger. You should be able to get at least this move in Sente. There we go. And we don't have to worry about anything extra there, so we can just block. And just take the last big points. We can Hane here, that's 2 points. That's technically 2 points as well. So either one's fine. So I'll Hane this one. Yeah, all these moves are a couple points of something, so he will eventually need to play another move over here. This is not a point, but I can do this one. It's interesting that he played this. He could have Atari'd instead. This lets me get one more point, so I might as well take it. Throwing in there doesn't do anything because it's just giving me the 2 points or the 1 point there anyway, and he has to Atari me from this side, which I can just capture, so it doesn't do anything. Yep, we just have this one over here. And just a couple, I think just one more spot, I guess, is the Ko, but I'll just take this. Okay. And now that should be everything on the board. All right. Oh, there's one last thing. I missed it. It's fine, though. I'm ahead. Except. I win by 15 and a fourth stones, so 30 and a half, 30 points. Seems pretty good. So the biggest mistake he did for this game, really, is just that, yes, this fight was slightly awkward, but he saved things from the wrong side, you could say, right? Because after I get all of this in the center is the most important aspect for the rest of the game. So me having all of this strength here and him having to crawl along the top is not very good for him. And I played very, very simple here. I allowed him to attack the corner, but I can always live pretty easily. Even if he tries to do something more aggressive, he has to be very, very careful. So I'm just going to live in a nice and simple way. And you see that his issue here is that all of these moves that he played in this top area, apart from giving me the influence, didn't really get him that many points. He's gotten maybe like 15 points for all of these moves. Whereas if I just take this line here, almost 30 points of not even a full huge amount that I could potentially get in the center. So yeah, I've doubled the amount of points that he got for the moves that he played. And then he needed to probably push up here and do some other things. And even here, I can probably Hane right away. But if we just play a simple game from here, the game will be good. We just take corners and not worry about it. Because even if we don't get to build more, just like you saw, he invaded and reduced. At the cost of that, he lost all of his points on the left side. If he kept all of his points on the left side, I would be able to get some more points in the center. So it was just too much for him. And even since I was ahead by 30 points, I may not have even needed to invade this area. So he played a little too slow and aggressive in a bad way. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think it was actually a pretty fun game. So I'm hoping to have another video out this week, and we'll see what I decide to do with it. Have a good day, everyone, and have fun.